The boys that have been away on international duty, everyone okay? Fighting fit?
Yeah, we've got everybody come back in one piece, which is great. It's always a worry in international week, but everybody that was away came back today and trained with the squad. So we're looking in good shape for the weekend.
And with the Scotland result, and obviously with yourself and Anthony making his debut, and obviously David Turnbull being in the squad, I guess you come back with a real spring in the step, and that has a bounce-on effect with the other guys, does it?
Yeah, obviously, a really positive week with the national team, 2 big results. Obviously then we'll await the draw next week. But like you said, full of positivity. But, the main thing is now we're back at club duty. The boys have had a couple of good weeks training, and obviously we just come in and add to that as well, add to the positivity that's been around the place here as well. So, we know it's a couple of big months coming up for us domestically, and, we need to be bang at it.
Yeah, and you'll be looking forward to getting back to Hampden with the Celtic fans there as well. And what a difference, I guess, that will make, will it?
Yeah, of course, always, to get the fans back in this season has been a major boost for the club, major boost for the players. And like you say, when you go to semi-finals, then, you want the stadium to be as full as possible. And I'm pretty sure, Celtic will be the majority of the fans there. We'll try and make it feel like a home game, and we just try and impose our style into the game. And, we want to be in the final, so that's got to be our objective.
Callum, as I suppose the new club captain as well, for you, how much of a drive does that give you to try and go and lift a cup as well as a Celtic captain?
Yeah, listen, of course, that's, you play football, you want to win trophies, and, especially as captain, then that's what you want to do. That's your dream. You want to lift trophies for this club, and it's a great opportunity for us at the weekend to prepare properly for the game. We come into the game full of confidence, and like you said, we want to be in the final with a chance to lift that trophy. Obviously,
with Ange coming in and a lot of players coming in, there's been a lot, made about the camaraderie that you've built up already. But what could a trophy win? The first trophy of the season. What could that do in the context of not only you guys gelling, but in the context of the season? How big could this first trophy be?
Yeah, of course. Listen, you win any trophy at any time, then it's massive for the group. Like you said, a lot of new players, new manager, everybody coming together, to try and cement that with a bit of success and a bit of silverware. Then that makes it mean something in terms of your progression as a team. But we can't speak about trying to win it already. We know we have a really tough game at the weekend. Our first objective is to get to the final, and then we'll look at it for there. But we know we're going to be up against a tough side at the weekend.
Callum, St Johnstone obviously showed last season that there are no mugs in cup competitions. I'm assuming you expect a tough game.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, the holders of the 2 cups. That doesn't happen by accident. The way they played, they were excellent last season. They all know the system, the way they want to work, what the manager asks of them. So, we know we'll be under no illusions that it'll be a really tough match for us. It's then about us approaching the game in the right manner, with the right mentality, and producing the quality on the day. Because in cup games, if you don't produce on the day, then you're out. So we know exactly how important this fixture is.
You've had some great memories over the years at Hampden with Celtic. Obviously not so much last season. Are you desperate, and the players desperate to bring that back to Celtic?
Yeah, well, like you touched on there, it's a new group, so we now have to go and make our own history at Hampden. The teams that have gone past that I've played in were hugely successful at Hampden, and we can take that sort of experience, the ones that have been here, and try and add that to the group. But in terms of in general as a group, then Saturday's our first opportunity as a group to go there, put on a good performance, and get that first little bit of success. So that's what we're trying to do.
Callum, you've obviously mentioned there's a lot of new players in the team this season, but given what happened last season, do you feel that you've maybe got more to prove going to Hampden this time round?
I'm not sure in terms of personally, in that sense. I think my record in cup competitions is pretty good.
Sorry, I meant as a team. Sorry, I meant as a team, not you personally.
Right, okay. No, I think like I just said there, as a new team, then we have to create our own history. We can't rely on what's happened before. Teams gone past. All we can do on is draw on the experiences that we've got as a group, try and move forward. And like I said, when we get to these big games, then we have to make them count. And the only way you do that is by preparing well, working hard, and then when the opportunity comes around, you've got to take it.
Obviously, as club captain, you knew Bertie Auld really well. The club's played their tributes this week. What did he mean to you? What did he mean to the club? And also, you'll all be wearing number 10 on your shorts at the weekend. His number. Winning on Saturday, would that be the perfect kind of tribute to Bertie Auld?
Yeah, absolutely. Bertie was an absolute giant of this club. Everybody that speaks about him speaks of him so highly in terms of, the way he conducted himself, the way he was as a player, and most importantly, I think the way he was as a person. He always got on with everybody. He always had a story to tell. He would always put a smile on your face, and like you said, it's a nice touch for the club to be wearing his number at the weekend, and it'll only be fitting if we put in a performance and a result to match, just how much a great Bertie was at this club.
What did he do for you personally, Callum? How many times, did he speak to you? Did he give you advice, almost, as kind of central midfielder he was in his latter days?
Yeah, especially when we were younger, coming through, the guys would always be around the stadium. And what they did was they tried to educate the young players coming through, what it was like, what it felt like to play for Celtic, the responsibility that you had to perform and certain standards that you had to get to every week. And I remember meeting Bertie, one time in the players' lounge, and I wasn't actually in the squad at the time, trying to break through and get in. And, it just showed everything about him, that he knew exactly who I was, at what stage of my career I was at. And he just gave me that little push that you needed, just to say, look, he said, you're in here today, but, in the next couple of months, you better make sure you're on that pitch. And, that was exactly the type of man that he was. And like I said, he had no right to know who I was at the time, but, that just speaks volumes about him.
How much are you enjoying your football at the moment, with how well Celtic have been doing and the national team have been doing recently?
Yeah, it's been great. It's been a good start to the season, on both fronts, like you said, at Celtic and with the national team as well. So it's great that, everything's going well in football. When things like that happen, then, you just try and stay on course for as long as possible. You just keep working hard and you hope that run continues. So, it's very early days, but, the signs are good. So we just need to keep being positive, keep working hard, keep doing what the manager's asking us to do, and continue to build as a group and as people.
And as club captain, will you be talking to some of our players that haven't played at Hampden before to tell them what it's like playing there before the game on Saturday?
Yeah, of course. We'll be speaking to the players. We're always speaking to the players. I think most weeks is sort of new experiences for a lot of the guys, and whether that be going away from home or different stadiums that they might not know, or different players, then you're always trying to drip feed information that can help the players. So, I'm sure the boys will be chatting and the changing room over the next couple of days, just to try and prepare them for exactly what's coming.
Obviously, you've got experience in these big games, but there is new players into the club like Joe Hart and Juranovic come to mind. Have you spoken to them about sort of what they're looking forward to? Because, both internationals, they've both played in big games before. How are they feeling coming into a game like this?
Yeah, I think they'll be pretty relaxed, and like you said, they're experienced players. Joe's been there and done a lot, and obviously Jossop's playing at a really good level internationally as well. So they're also guys that can help the sort of younger ones in terms of that big game experience. Because as many of them as you get in your team, then these occasions become a little bit easier when you've sort of been there and done it before. So it'll be guys like that that'll have a huge impact as well at the weekend.
Another question was just a lot's often made at Hampden, both the stadium and the pitch itself, which you'll be sort of well versed in. What's your sort of opinion on it? Do you think that the fans have less of an impact being further away from obviously the pitch, and then what do you make of the actual pitch itself? Because it's big in comparison to a lot of sort of pitches in Scotland. Yeah,
well, I think you just need to go back to the other night in terms of the Scotland stuff. I thought the atmosphere was rocking, and I always get a bit confused when people say that the atmosphere's not as good at Hampden. I think any time that I've been there, especially with a full house, then the atmosphere's always been amazing, and we've always fed off that as players, with just how much the support give us in these big days. So I actually really like it. It probably helps that I've had some good experiences there as well. So for me personally, I really do like it. And the pitches, like you said, big pitch, hopefully that'll suit us in terms of the way that we want to play the game and the way that we'll approach the game at the weekend. So, hopefully both factors come together well and we have a good night on Saturday.